Have the grays made you blue? Today on AYL TV, Skyller and Heather Dykstra have the cure along with the Dirty Adventure crew. And Scott Huntsman is at the American Fork Tunex. They take a mid-size truck, a king-size problem, and apply a compact cure. And Scott Phillips is off for the first ride of the year with his buddies.
Welcome to AYL TV. I'm Skyller Dykstra.
And I'm Heather Dykstra.
We're out here today in our old stomping grounds. This area was originally known to the Spanish as El Dorado. Now it's known as the Nelson Ghost Town.
Yeah, this place is super cool. Today we're with Dirty Adventure crew. We're running the Nelson Loop, which is about a 15-mile loop where we combine 3 different super fun trails. And we're just escaping some of the snowy weather. So what do you say?
Let's hit the trail.
All right, let's do it.
Today we're down south of Las Vegas in an area near the Nelson Ghost Town. It's my first time in the area and some really cool jeeping down here. I really had no idea how cool this was and how close it is to Las Vegas.
We run this area as 3 different trails as one loop. It's a pretty easy trail, has a little bit of rock crawling, a little bit of scenery, hills, something for everybody. I like the scenery and then the obstacles in the first part of it in Copper Cache. I like being able to escape the city, come out, see all the cool surrounding, the nature that surrounds you. I know it was like a gold boom town, that they found silver and gold. I mean, who would have thought this area is only like 30 minutes from Las Vegas? A lot of people don't know about it or can't get out here if they don't have a 4-wheel drive.
My first time, in Nevada. To do any kind of wheeling. We've driven through there a few times to get to places, but never really stopped. And so, hard to beat. Here we are, I don't know, 55, 60 degrees out here and just gorgeous. I mean, it's a great place to come in the winter. We got getting snowed on up home and here we are in shirt sleeves and shorts out here just enjoying a great day. Trails are great. This is, we did the Copper Cache section earlier today. That's a fun trail down the bottom of the canyon. If it was Moab, it'd be red rock, but around here it seems like it's granite, which is a totally different world than what we're used to wheeling on back home. And a lot of fun waterfalls, some great wheeling. It was fun. Then we did a little section called Roller Coaster, which is just up and down some steep dirt hills over and over and over again, and nice change of pace from Copper Cache, and just been fun. Kind of a hidden gem. I was really surprised to find how cool some of these trails are and some of this area is.
Well, we made it through our first obstacle of the day, so while we make our way to the next one, why don't you guys go check out our first story.
"50 years of Tunex service going on right now, 50 years of the Tunex name, and it is no different today because I am down here at the American Fork Tunex Automotive Center, and I'm with my good friend, Kevin Oliver.
How you doing?
Kevin has been working, you have owned this shop down here for how many years?
Going on 20.
20 years now, so you're a veteran. I think you and I kind of share a little bit about the same. You know what, we've been doing this for so long. This is what I really like about the American Fork Tunex, is this is kind of like the hometown place, because you and all your employees, you're like family.
Well, in fact, it actually started out as family. It was me and my father that owned it for a while, until he finally retired out. And most of my employees are 5+ years with me, Sam's almost going on 10. Not only do we like to hang out at work, but we hang out outside of work. We go out clay shooting, we go out, hang out at the ponds during the summertime and paddleboard and swim and
ice fishing.
We do ice
a little
fishing.
bit of ice fishing, some off-roading, some side-by-siding, whatever you guys do, you like to do it all together.
Lowers the fighting in the shop, you know, we're all friends.
Yes, exactly. Well, you know, you take care of your guys. They obviously take care of you. They take care of your customers, you know, which is what kind of leads this vehicle right here. 2019 Chevy Colorado ZR2, right?
Yep.
That's what this is. The ZR2 is really the cool truck of all. This is Chevrolet's version of the smaller truck with locking differentials.
That's got front and rear factory locking differentials. This is also the diesel. So this came in, failed emissions, had the check engine light on. We went into it, the code came up as it's not going into regen. So with all these new diesels, I think it's 2011 and newer, they run the DEF system. You have to have a certain speed for a certain amount of time for regeneration to work.
Sure.
So we brought it in after he brought it here from getting it diagnosed at a parts house. They kind of warned this guy that with the regen that he might need the whole DEF system.
Everything involved, that could be pretty expensive.
Here, thousands of dollars.
Right.
We got into it, looked at it with the scanner, went through all the sensors, everything was reading right, and what we found out is he doesn't get on the freeway for the long trips to have regen come in. So with our scan tool, we was able to do a service bay regen. You put it outside, we let the scanners run it. After that, we took it for a test drive. Everything went ready, and he passed emissions for not even close to thousands.
Just for some diagnostic time and a little bit of driving time, really, because you guys came right down to it using your scan tool and all the technology there. You know, that's one of the reasons why we like to have the advanced diagnostic equipment in place, because it's more than just reading codes.
Yeah, without it, it's nothing more than a guess. You can't do diagnostics with a code reader.
Exactly.
You gotta look at your sensors and be able to do bi-directional and control them and turn them on and off and make sure they're working.
You know, you're doing emission testing, you're doing, you know, of course, tune-ups that we're really good at, but you know, we get into our suspension work, our brake work, what else?
I like to try to take care of my customers. We'll do everything. I do motor swaps, tranny swaps. A lot of shops won't do heavy line, is what they call it. We will, like this car right here with the nicely painted orange Honda valve cover. We just did a head gasket on it.
So whether you are here in American Fork, maybe you're Eagle Mountain, Orem, Pleasant Grove, Cedar Hills, Saratoga Springs, Highland, all over, this is your guy to come and see. He is fantastic. He's got a great crew, been with you forever, 50 years. Tunex is the place. Down here in American Fork with Kevin, hey, they're the team that I trust for sure. Stay tuned, more AYL TV coming up.
Welcome back to AYL TV. We are having an awesome day out here exploring the southern Nevada desert. We're just minutes from the Colorado River, and we couldn't ask for better weather getting out of that snow. So we have a special guest today. This is my mom, Susan, and this is her first official full Jeep outing day with us. So what's your favorite part been so far?
Well, my favorite part is to be able to spend a whole entire day with you and get some fresh air and do a whole mind reset and enjoy the weather and the time with you.
Awesome. What did you think about the roller coasters?
Well, it was awesome. It was a little bit, I will admit I closed my eyes a couple times, but you did it like a boss. So I was very proud of you.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to have you out here with us today, and I'm glad you're having a good time.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
But there's something for everybody out here, from stock vehicles to well-built rock crawling Jeeps. You can find something that'll entertain you out here. And we're only a few minutes from Vegas, so you got all the amenities. You can stay in town and then come out here and wheel for a day and go back and watch a show. The sense of adventure you get from exploring something new. It's like, yeah, everybody's driven this, but I haven't. And I want to see what's around the next bend, or get to a cool obstacle. Yeah, can I do this cool obstacle? And man, exploring out here in the desert like this, it's just beautiful scenery, and you just never know what you're going to get around the next corner. And it's just fun. And it's just fun to get out and enjoy the outdoors like this.
Have not. This is the first time. Came down yesterday, did Rocky Gap Road with Dirty Adventure Crew, and then Nelson Loop today. This has been exciting and a lot of fun. The first section, I can't remember what it was called, where we were going up all the waterfalls. That was a lot of fun.
Just looking out the window, seeing the rocks. I want to get a Jeep. I think I would take it up to Colorado.
Yeah, we'll go do that this summer, I think. The desert landscape, this has been a blast. Like the first part was going up those waterfalls we talked about, and then the roller coaster part of the hills and looking at all what's out here. It's a different landscape than what we have up there in Utah. Still desert, but different and good. It gives people of all abilities to be able to come out here. Be able to see the land that we have, that we get to pay our taxes for and take care of. Without the vehicles, probably wouldn't be able to always get out here. Difficult with a family all the time, and so it gives us the opportunity. We love Jeeping because it gives us the opportunity to go to places that I've never been before and probably would never go, but those gives us that access.
Welcome back to AYL TV. I'm Skyler.
And I'm Heather.
We've made it to the final waterfall in the Copper Cache part of our trail today. It's been fun, huh?
Been an awesome morning, heck yeah.
It is. So when we're out here, what's some things we want to remember to do?
So like always, folks, we want to make sure that we stay the trail. We're not driving out into the desert where we shouldn't be.
Definitely.
If you find trash, pick it up, even if it's not yours. One of our members here today did an awesome example of that when we were airing down. What am I missing?
We're in mine country, so when you're out here, you gotta remember, respect the mine, respect the mining equipment that's left. Make sure you leave everything right where you found it. So one of the main reasons we come down and wheel in this country is these big waterfall obstacles, just like this one right here.
I think it's good to get out in nature and enjoy it. I mean, I don't like being cooped up in the city all the time. It's good to come out here and unwind and relax. And it's good to have the access, but it comes with responsibility. You have to keep the trails clean, don't litter, don't go off trail and destroy something that you're not supposed to. That's what gets them shut down, and then nobody can enjoy it. Don't come out in the summertime. It's too hot. It could get dangerous if your rig breaks down and you don't have enough water or cell service. 115 degrees out here in the summer, it can get really bad really quick. Always come out with other people, just in case something happens. We like to run these trails during the spring, winter, and fall. That's the best time out here, just because, like I said, the summertime is so hot. But if you have your rig set up right, you can come out at night and do some night wheeling, which is pretty awesome.
Going up some of these steep hills, it's kind of fun sometimes to just like dig in and tear them up a little bit. But I actually, used a locker at one point. I'm like, let's be good stewards of the trail, not tear it up for the next guy. because it is. I mean, the more we use these trails, the more torn up they get. So we need to have some respect for them, follow the tread lightly principles and try to be respectful of it. Clean up your trash. Don't widen trails. Don't go off trail if you can. I would say make sure you got good maps to come out here, because there are roads everywhere. And you never know, what you're going to end up with. I mean, it's middle of nowhere desert. Make sure somebody knows where you're going. Unfortunately, it's such good ammunition for people who want to close and restrict our access that we really have to be, just as off-roaders, we have to be good stewards of the land. And this group of people we go with, it's awesome to see that there's how many people understand and do that and follow those principles and really want to help leave the trail better than we found it.
No, girl, this is my lunch. While we take our lunch break, why don't you guys go check out our second story?
Even though wheeling with a club is a great way to get out, sometimes all you need are a couple of friends to come along for a leisurely ride.
We're out here in Vernon, Utah. We'll be headed up a dirt road, some dirt roads. Hope to get into some snow and stay out of the mud, but we'll see how that goes. Definitely we're gonna have fun today.
We just kind of said, hey, here's a road, let's go check it out. Didn't look like there'd been tires down in a while, so we just headed down here and found this cool little canyon. Brett found a kind of a soft little washout area that was full of tumbleweeds, and kind of found it the hard way. It was undercut on the left side, and so we had a quick little cover, pulled him out. There you go, nice.
And no matter where you find yourself in Utah, you never have to look far to discover stories from the past.
So we're at Simpson Springs on the Pony Express Trail. It was previously known as Egan Springs, named after my fourth great grandfather, Major Howard Egan, who explored several routes throughout Utah. He was with the original band of pioneers, spent a lot of time exploring in those early years. He actually explored and mapped out a route from Salt Lake City to Sacramento, made a bet at one point that he could get to Sacramento by mule in 10 days, won the bet, and I can't even imagine spending 10 days on a mule going to Sacramento. Fascinating to think about the grit they had as they explored this area, as they lived in this area.
Normally we're used to seeing you on the trail in a 76 Cherokee Chief. But today you busted out the German metal in a world full of Jeeps and Toyotas.
Yep.
What are you rocking here?
Yeah, I'm definitely odd man out today. Yeah, this is my 1998 Mercedes ML 320. I think she's sitting just under 320,000 miles right now. Most of it's original too, actually. So
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's been a good rig.
You've had to do your own lift and fabrication and everything.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is this thing works.
Yeah.
On the trail, this thing works.
Really, the secret to this is since there's no lockers, there's none of that, is really getting to know the traction control. So you just got to keep it rolling, like 1 or 2 miles an hour, and just let the computer do the work, and it does. It just works.
That's all of our rigs. It doesn't matter what you're driving. They all have their little idiosyncrasies, and a lot of it comes down to being familiar with your rig.
Yep.
I love seeing unique vehicles, so thanks for giving us a tour on what's out there and available for people to build.
Egan, it was a horse trail, and then Simpson really did a lot of good things in kind of developing this as more of an overland stage route. My fourth great grandfather, he was a superintendent of the Pony Express in this part of the state. The 18 months that it ran, then he kind of transitioned to the overland stage. Then when the rail came in, he actually kind of pivoted a little bit to help out with that. But that really, once you got the rail going through, who needs a stagecoach, right? But I had a lot of admiration for him and the other characters that explored this area and how they just managed to do it.
we're just getting out. We're just using up a little fuel to, meeting old friends and meeting new friends. It's good to get out, and especially, start a new year off right. Can't go wrong with that.
Welcome back to AYL. We are having so much fun out on trail. We're about 2/3 of the way done. We've done the first 2 sections of the loop, and we're about to head into the 3rd section, which is called Gold Mine. So we found this really cool mine. What do you know about this?
So this mine here is the Ora Plata mine. So funny thing is, when we were kids, we used to run all around this desert, collecting all kinds of critters. We collect rattlesnakes, iguanas, leopard lizards, whatever we can get our hands on, we'd take home to the parents. And they were a little bit freaked out sometimes.
So did you get in trouble?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, while we finish checking it out around here, you guys take a peek at next week's episode.
Next week, it's kind of like birds flying south for the winter. It's an annual trek for Scott Huntsman as he heads to the Winter 4x4 Jamboree. Then, Reese and Marianne Stein are enjoying the vast history and culture that can be found on the Emerald Isle as they wrap up their trip. Finally, Scott Phillips is upping his game with some great upgrades to the shock system on his rig and how it all came together thanks to RLT suspension. Now, let's take a look at our contest winner. This week's contest winner was submitted to us via email by Laurie Arrington, and it looks like Laurie is the lucky winner of a Mesa portable air compressor from EasyFlight. EasyFlight is the best way to handle all your on-trail air compressor needs with quick and easy air solutions for any rig. Visit easyflight.com for more information, and don't forget you can get a discount on your next EasyFlight products from AYL by using the code AYL10. Congratulations, Laurie, and be sure to message us on Facebook or leave us a voicemail at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize.
Next week's show looks great. We had an awesome time today wheeling on the Nelson Loop. What'd you guys think?
Yeah!
Awesome.
It's beautiful out here. If you guys are looking for some fun, winter fun, out of the cold, this is the place to come.
You gotta remember, it's a great big world out there.
We encourage you to get out there and create your own adventures you'll love.
All right, well, let's go hit the buffet.
All right.